of course, the big thing at the top of the shop is going to be the DeLorean, aka, put it in here, the Back to the Future time machine. This looks fantastic. Time machine gray looks really awesome. I that also looks fantastic. Or just that's just normal. We have some different decals, I guess. This is more customizable, I believe. Yeah, so that has customizable options. Time stream, which hang on. Okay, so they don't look much. Maybe that's. I have no idea what the difference between these are. Yeah, I have no clue. Time Frost is a cool variant. I was really hoping. Can we change the style? No, I was really hoping a decal would make it more like from Back to the Future 3. I guess that was a long shot. And then that has Mr. Fusion on it, so I don't think it doesn't have the plutonium, does it? Or is that the plutonium? No, that's not Mr. Fusion. Never mind. And you can change the color of the. What is that changing the color of? Oh, that's changing the color of the body. Okay, so I thought it wasn't. Now, does it change the color of the lights? I'm not sure, but the bottom half here, that's getting changed. I'll have to check that out later some more. But we have these items I haven't gotten yet. I'll get them in a second. Then we have Dr. Brown himself. And the skin itself, you know, when they showed it off like over a week and a half ago on their like what's coming to the shop soon video on Twitter or whatever, he looks kind of chopped, not gonna lie. But right here, he looks great. He looks just like Christopher Lloyd. I feel like the hairline is still not that great. I don't feel like his hairline wasn't that bad, but I could be completely wrong. He still looks awesome. Taking a look at edit style here, we do have the mask on there. I kind of wish Marty came with one. I was curious to see if they would ever make like a shop version of Marty's, if you know that is in these jumpers, basically his yellow jumpers. If you know you can't get the battle pass version, that would be interesting to see. But he looks great when you do the edit styles, and then I mean, I see why you could do that, but honestly, I just do it like that. I bet the ADS might be not great on this. Looks great though. That's what the Lego looks like. Not bad at all. Then we have the flux capacitor Backbling. Is this reactive? Yeah, so there is reactivity. Is it damage? Is it limb reactive? Not sure. But even if you turn the reactivity off, it still has a nice little animation going on there. Let's see what it does. Again, that's really cool. Doc's Time Machine Axe. Let's equip it. Let's actually go in here and see if we can. We cannot preview it. We cannot show him hitting it right now. Well, at least in the shop. And we have. Oh, hang on. I have no idea if this is going to be. This may be copyrighted. I don't know. Very cool. This is definitely copyrighted. All right, yeah. The Huey Lewis Power of Love jam track. I was kind of hoping that Back in Time would also be a jam track, but I'm glad either way. Love both those songs, so one or the other, I'm totally fine with it. Check the rest of the shop for no reason. Let's go ahead and start equipping. My goodness, let's start equipping Doc Brown his items, and oh yeah, so that's what. Hang on, actually, yeah, you can kind of go ahead and see what he looks like with the Nike Air Mags. I don't think I'm going to have them on during the review, but that's still really cool. And that's a vintage backpack from the like OG backpacks. That works really well with him. But of course, we're going to have everything that came with the set on him in a second. I want to go into test your skin. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, here is Dr. Brown. Let's get literally any gun. Okay, so that's the ADS. That's not looking too bad. Not very obstructive at all. Didn't think it would be. Backbling doesn't look too bad either. If they wanted something more natural, some kind of backpack would probably work as well. This is... So we have the contrail from Marty McFly in the Battle Pass. The only closest thing to a glider I have is this car, and it's red. God, I wish they made a DeLorean glider. That would have been sick. I mean, at least we have the car in the game, of course. Or if there was like an edit style for that to be like white or something. So that's what that looks like. That does look a little not shiny like it should be in the movie, so I might change that up in a sec. But just a 360 of the car looks great. There's a time, or there's a speed reactive decal. So wait, no, that is Mr. Fusion. Am I going crazy? I don't know what Mr. Fusion is on here, and then what's the plutonium. Let me look up here. Nope, that's Mr. Fusion. Okay. Reset this car. I have no idea if creative mode's cars are still bugged. I'll check that in a second, actually. Already flew. Let's check the splash on the pickaxe here. Oh, wow. It has like a lightning streak. So the contrail there. Yeah, that's like a lightning streak. Very cool. And the sound's really good, too. It's not like over the top or anything. That's what... That splash is pretty nice as well. I don't... No, there's definitely a lot of electricity going on when you hit that. And you get the sound effects, too. That's awesome. I did not expect that to, you know, not be like that. 360 here. Or third person, I should say. He looks good. Standing there, not too bad. I like the way that the jumper looks. He even has a shirt underneath. Get close enough and you can see Christopher Lloyd's likeness. It looks really good. He has, you know, whatever is going on with, like, the watches on him, the tool belt. Those have physics to it. Like, not just... Yeah, not just the bag. The, like, actual tools have... They each have physics there. Same thing with the paper, the notepad on his breast pocket. The timer... The stopwatch on his neck also has physics. I'm really digging that, man. That looks great. Okay. Let's hit... Actually, let's go back in here. Let's do the emote, which I did turn off. Copyright. Sounds just fine without the music. Rather nice. All right, let's go check out the new decals for the car. Okay, so creative is still kind of bugged where the... Well, at least with how this is done in this game mode, where the second time you apply, you know, your loadout to a base car, it will not work. So I have to get out and go back in. But this is what Time Frost looks like. This looks incredible. I haven't really gone over the actual detail. In fact, let me go grab a gun. Look over the detail of this car. Look at that. Like the time changer there. Where's the flux capacitor? Flux capacitor in there. Looks great. Everything is just kind of static for now, but the detailing in this car looks really fantastic. All the details on the outer side here. This stuff is not going to be covered in frost. The LEDs all around here looking really good as well. The wiring. DMC. So, you know, they can't call it the DeLorean, I guess, but they have the logo. Those what the wheels look like. I did get the contrail and boost. Let's just say California. No out of time license plate, unfortunately. That would have been awesome. Getting down here, there's a little bit of detail on the bottom there. So yeah, that looks fantastic on the top there. Again, we took a look at Mr. Fusion there. That's also really nice to see. So actually, it might just be easier for me to show you some of these things in the loadout, actually. First of all, that startup sound is fantastic. So when you have some of these decals on, you won't be able to select the color, of course, but here's what the edit styles look like. You know, if you want to do the decal, that can change the bottom half of the car there. Just giving you some different options going on there. Didn't really get to show off what these are just a black version of the normal wheels, whereas back to 55 are just silver, more chrome-like. So let's take that decal off and give you an idea of different colors you could choose when you do it. It's the whole color. So some of you may just want to stick to making it completely different colors. Even like some of the grays you choose on here are pretty good. That's probably why this looked too bright earlier, because I had the default on and it just was on white. So I would say something like this. I mean, you could select whatever decal to, you know, to make it look more like in the movie, but if you didn't want to, something like this might be more close to that. And you can change the glow color. Okay, I didn't get that option when I was looking at this in the shop. So you can see the LEDs are changing color. I am really digging that. Looks fantastic. And just double checking one last time, the Time Machine Gray. Big old, that, like, you can see some dirt on there, I'm pretty sure, with how chrome and reflective that is. That is so shiny. That might be a little too shiny for me, but the fact you get this option there, not only that, you get an option to, what was this? So this one looks a little bit dirtier, and then I think this one is super clean. This is even more shiny by a little bit. That is pretty fantastic to look at. So this is just such a beautiful car. So let's get this on. I'm gonna hop into a lobby and we're gonna test out some stuff with Doc Brown. Okay, so I am not even gonna lie to you. I'm in a bot lobby because I do not feel like getting sweated on right now. I'm just here to show off how the skin works, you know, how it looks, show off how the car looks, so I can find a car. I don't care about winning. I just want to show this to you guys. So let's, somebody's already dropping in around here. Let's see what he looks like when we get limbs. I have the reactivity, I think, on. Okay. I am not seeing elim reactivity. I hope I didn't turn it off. I can hit a broadside of a barn. There we go. I'll double check what he looks like with the edit style in a match as well. Just gonna have to find a car first. And there we go. That looks great. Now, I couldn't figure out what the time reactive decal is. But wow. Oh, no. Okay, so it is on. So that's how that looks like with the slipstream and everything. That's fantastic. Look at that. Oh, he's lighting me up. Jeez. Alright, yeah. I might die to this. I don't have any shield. If I die to bots, it'd be hilarious. It'd be so fitting. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let me check this car again. I really think I'm just gonna straight up leave this match in a second. Like, look at the smoke coming out on the bottom there. That looks really good. Okay, just like the DeLorean Mythic, wheels flip out when you're in the air. That's awesome. Okay, here's Doc Brown with the edit style. First of all, let's get whatever's going on here. I don't need 2 stacks of grenades. I don't need 1 stack of grenades. ADS is a little bit obstructive on the left side, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. He actually looks kind of cool. Checking these. Let's just get another one. So reactivity is on here, but I'm looking. I guess it did just light up. Did it? Yeah, it did. Okay, so it is elim reactive. Or does it just react when I'm not doing anything? No, it's definitely elim reactive. Here is what the stock DeLorean, or the DeLorean looks like. The Mythic. Let's boost. Okay, so the music still plays, even though I have creator options turned off, or turned on. Let's see if there's a car up here. I'm really hoping there is. There's not. Let's see what the loot is here. Oh, that's actually none of that is bad at all. Okay, I like that. I was able to find a car, thankfully. On the right, that is the time machine in my inventory. On the left, this is the Mythic. So, stock Mythic. I don't really know if that's the right term. LEDs are yellow. I feel like they should be blue, actually, but don't mind them being yellow, I guess. On here, Mr. Fusion is lit up. It is not lit up on my car, so because the LEDs are yellow, I'm sure if you can maybe make it look similar on here. Both these decals are almost the same. Actually, they might be the same decal. But you see here, it's just the DMC logo is completely blacked out. At least that might be a glitch in this match right now. It's a little bit scarred up as well. Completely shiny right here. I believe they have both the same wheels on. So looking in the internals here... Okay. They're pretty identical. So, yeah, this is just Mythic. It's just what you're going to be getting in the shop. And I got to get out of here. Overall, you're looking at $2,500 for the car. Those credits will probably be the same in Rocket League because they'll be over there. If you already owned it in Rocket League years and years and years ago, you'll have it transferred to your Fortnite account. Actually, earlier than it came to the shop, I believe. Doc Brown, let me see what. So that's $3,200 total, but gifting is $2,000. Much better pricing here than I thought it was going to be. Of course, the Time Flame trails and the out of time boost are going to be separate, so that's a little disappointing. But they're not that expensive either. All in all, I really do think that these are worth the prices. I am really surprised that Doc Brown wasn't $2,500 and then this was $2,800. The pricing is better than what I thought it was going to be. Not by much, but it's still, I do think it's worth it. You do get a decent amount of items with both of them. You can't do much, I feel like, with the DeLorean itself, but I do like the different decals. You can change its colors, of course. The speed reactive decal is also really nice. And it's the DeLorean, man. It's a beautiful car. And if you're not super into owning it, maybe right now, maybe try out the Mythic. It's not going to be the same, of course. And then that has a different UI, with the speedometer before you go to 88. But That is just, I really am happy to see these in the shop, and I think that the pricing here really isn't that bad. All right, so let me know what you think about the bundle down in the comments below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.